I'm your host, Robert J. Carmack, and welcome. And today we're going to be interviewing soul singer, sensation, and songwriter, Mr. Vel Omarr. And before we get started with that, I just want to make this quick disclaimer. First of all, we're going to be discussing some so-called or maybe construed as controversial topics. And if we offend anyone, we're going to apologize early in advance. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Bye. Okay, now to no further ado, I want to get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, a singing sensation and songwriter and soul provocateur, Mr. Vel Omarr. Vel, welcome.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? Thank you for that great intro.
Well, it fits, man, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff happening around that I'm excited. I know you are too, about what's going on with this new renewed vigor about soul music, man. It seems like that's going on out there. What's happening out there?
Hey, well, I'm glad to see it. You know, I remember back in the early 80s, where I really started missing soul music, because that was what was missing off of radio, and I needed to hear some more. I needed to hear where I came from.
I hear where you coming from, brother.
Yeah, and that's I'm glad to see it coming about, and the young people are even getting in on the idea of soul music.
Wow. I just wonder, with all these new movies coming out, Sam Cooke, Billie Holiday, it seems like even the young people are starting to get that, they getting that, hey, what was it really about? And also it gives us a second time to tell the story right. That I'm also starting to see, even though there are some things out there that aren't quite like it should be. But I had some specific questions I wanted to ask you, Val. What challenges do you find today's artists facing in the entertainment world?
Well, I find the biggest challenge that I face as an artist, and I think a lot of other independent artists especially are facing the same challenge, and that is we don't have a team of people who are actually working behind the scenes for us to get things done. We tend to have to do that all ourselves, and from the being the producer, the writer of the music, the artist who's singing the music or playing the music. So we just don't have that same mechanism working behind us, which includes radio DJs who have a mass audience.
Wow. Let me ask you then, because obviously they didn't have, I don't know, all this super social media things back in the days. What if I ask you a question like this? What do you think people like Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, James Brown, or even Dionne Warwick, how would they fare in today's entertainment world if they had to start from scratch or from Jump Street? How would they fare, in your opinion? Looking at the way they came up, but at the same time, just starting out from scratch today, how do you think they would be? How do you think some of those big names I just mentioned to you would fare in today's?
Well, I think it would come off something like this. Sam, who? I've never heard of him. Marvin, what does he sing? Otis, no, I've never heard of these folks. That's what I think they would be facing. And I mean, there are a lot of people that would have heard of them, like, and this is a real case. Back in mid 80s, I would mention Sam Cooke, and I'm sure because I love Sam Cooke so much, and I knew all of his music. I knew everybody else did. And I had people to say, Sam Cooke, what does he sing? I said, what does Sam Cooke's? You send me, then I have to sing a little bit of it. Darling, you sent me. And they say, oh, yeah, I know him. So it would be that kind of a situation. which it is for a lot of us independent artists and unknown artists today.
Would you think it'll be more generational, or would not be a factor at all?
I think it would be across the board. You know, only a few people know about us right now. And when I say a few, I mean a handful.
Right.
You know, that's why when people speak of, hey, when you going to make a new album? When you going to do some more songs? And I'm thinking, man, I got a whole lot of songs on the shelf now that millions and millions of people have never heard of because they never heard of me. So,
exactly.
These songs.
So you're a new artist to them.
New artist, yeah.
Exactly. If you never heard a song, that's a new song to you.
Exactly. And I don't write when I write a song, I don't write for the period, so to speak. I will pick a song up from the past, or I will write a song that sounds like it from the past, only to not be labeled a period artist.